Hello. Yeah. Hello. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm gonna be working on laundry, so I'm gonna be kind of just listening to my music and going, and then after I'm done with that, I'll be able to talk and all that. So, sorry if I take a little bit. How are you doing today, though? Sorry, it's my desk. I'm just. Usually I draw on my desk and all that, so it's like, eh. I mean, I guess I could move the camera to the laundry, couldn't I? Or something. That way y'all can see all the laundry I have to do, I guess. I don't know. Bo was just in here, but she left. Little booger. But what does that mean? Here, let me see. She might be outside the door again. You gonna come in here? Come on. Coco. Go lay down. Go lay down. Come here. Lay down. Here, I'll show you them. So you can look at them. How's that? Yes, they're not. Lay down. Lay down, Coco. Lay. Mm-mm. Okay. All done. Cooperate. Just hold on one second. Okay. Hello, by the way. Cole. So, Bo is like the white one with all the wiry hair. She's the crazy looking one. That's who Bo is. So, what do I call you, by the way? You know, the fake paper one? Thank you. Thank you. Are you going to tell me what to call you? Or are you going to leave me hanging? So it's Pongy? Just, like, is that how you say it? Pongy? It's okay, it's okay. Okay. Perfect. Pongy. Okay. So, I don't know if you were here the other day, but I've been, like, the last stream we were doing, like, body art, but I'll have to show you what I mean. Like, unless you go to my Instagram and see my story from yesterday, then you won't know what I'm talking about. But I had an idea for today that's a little bit different than yesterday, so gonna see how it goes. Oh, really? Okay, okay. All right, interesting. So how does that work? Is it like a rerun on the channel? Is that how it works? Mm-hmm. I see, I see. Okay. Oh! I wonder if that was when I crashed, Wi-Fi wise. Because I had a minute where I had to figure out what was wrong with my Wi-Fi, then I just had to get back on and stream again. It was horrible. So, maybe it was that and you were there for that moment exactly. So how's your day going? Start doing stuff for work, for like what? I see. Do you do that in general, or is it just a project that you're doing for this? For this specific one? Oh, okay. Mine? Thank you. Do you do any other hobbies specifically? Or just fixing stuff? Mm-hmm. Do you have anything I can see, or is it just on your own? Let me get something real quick. I'm gonna try. Oh yeah? No. Can I see it? If that's alright? If you want, you can just share the name of it and I'll go look. Okay, let me look. I don't know. I don't think they did badly. I just don't think they were super crazy either. I don't know. Maybe I should make an actual post of it. I don't know. So you cook as well? Hello. Wow, that's so horrible. So did you do these? Like yourself? Like you do them? Oh, they're good. I like those a lot. Hold on. Here, I'll give you a follow back. Sorry, I'm just... Oh, I understand. They're cute though. I like them. Oh, thank you. Yes, it was so petty. Yeah, I want to try it with colors today. Like, maybe it'll enhance it or something, I hope. Alright, now feel like y'all can't even see it like in the light, but let me try and. Oh my gosh, not that bright. It's so. It's not gonna make it look good, but. Let me see. Maybe I can take a picture and put it in chat. Oh, uh-huh. That's what we're doing today, is it? Yes. Just tell me how many. Hats. Hold on. But yeah, if y'all do have any tattoo ideas, just feel free to share them and I'll do it. Most likely. Interesting. I feel like y'all just can't even see it. It is pretty, I promise. But let me get the hats. So, we'll start with the one from yesterday. Allow me to select the whole collection. There. I did it. Beautiful, yes. Right. I'd like to see how that goes. So now, all right. Whew. Thank you. Oof. Thank you. I'm free. Oh no, I went today. I went today. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. How was my day? No. No. I don't think so. Don't think that'll work. What do you think? In a good way or a bad way? Good way, okay. Should I change my topic on the channel to art again since we're doing this? I just realized I wasn't planning on doing this today, but then I was like, I could. Let me do that real quick. Really? I'm gonna look that up real quick. There is, but it says 1 viewer. So I don't know. I guess we could try it today. We could try it. I'll try it today. We'll see what happens. How about we have like a 10-minute timer, and if nothing happens, then we'll switch over to art. Good evening. So it's 101 now, so we can do it in 9 minutes. We'll switch it if nothing happens. Yes, I did. What do you think? Colors today. So I did red in the rose, and I used these. I used the Crayola markers. Well, that's what I was gonna say, Ponky, was I think we've seen you before. Have you been on any other art streams or anything by chance? Or just chatting stream? Because it's totally possible I could have maybe raided one and then like left and didn't say anything, but maybe Nico talked or something. Because your name does look familiar to me. But I was like, when I saw your name, I was like, first time chatter. I was like, I feel like I've seen them before though. Really? Madison. Madison who? Because maybe we have. Because I have picked a few random people. And it could have totally been someone like that. I don't know. Let me see if I looked her up at all. I might have. I don't know. I don't know, your name just looks familiar. Oh. Wow. No, I drew it and then I put the colors on top. I do it the whole black outline and the shading, and then I just do the marker over it. I'm so confused. But I need to come up with... Let me go get my markers real quick, and I'll see what colors I have, and then we can figure out what we can do next. So it's not a whole lot of variety, but we can try. Oh, it was good. She was really nice. She pulled up my Instagram and everything. Oh! Yeah, that's what Classy said, was that it looked like a sticker. Yeah, no, she was really nice. So, looking at all of these colors, do y'all have any ideas? All the colors. Uh-huh. Right. Lemonade? We could draw a cup of lemonade. Hold on. Let's do a cup of lemonade. I like that idea. Okay. So let me see. Can do... Okay, hold on. Okay. So... I know. Okay, now we have a cup of lemonade we can do now. So... Oh, shoot. That's what I did wrong. I've never seen Hunger Games, no. It might be hard to tell, but I promise I am using yellow. And it is on there. Oh my god. That is a destroyed marker. It is not going to work. Oh good, you're in decent condition. Okay, then this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we have lemonade. Any other ideas? This makes no sense. I don't know what you're asking for. Yes, lemonade. Uns. Oh my god. That's funny. That's cute though. Running shoes. With what color? What color are you looking at? Any other ideas that make sense? This makes no sense. I don't know what you're expecting from me. Okay. So we're at 4 on this channel. I'm going to switch to art and I'm going to see what happens real quick. And if it doesn't change, I'll go back. Hold on, let me look. CRT TV? Let me look it up. Not the monster. I'm talking about the shoes. It's not very distinctive. Need something like out there. For sure, you know what it is. You're like, I know that. Like a literal umbrella? We can do a literal umbrella. Uh-huh. Let me see. Let me do an umbrella. What kind of umbrella? Like a drink umbrella? Or like a cartoon umbrella? Mm-hmm. I'm waiting. TikTok. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me do it real quick. Let me do it. Mm-hmm. Really? Well, is it okay now? Is it working now? Let's see. So. You have an update or something? Wait. I feel like I'm doing that wrong. It's not coming out right, but... That came out so wrong. It looks like the Walmart logo. I don't know. Didn't come out right. Ah, gotcha. They're gonna look at it and be like, so, what is that exactly? It was my attempt at reaching you guys. But don't worry, I won't try that again. Palmar. That's as close as it's gonna get. Wow. I tried. Ugh. Ooh, hold on. No, the yellow Angry Bird. I want to do the yellow Angry Bird. What's his name? I forget. Chuck. Chuck. Alright, let me see. Okay. So, I'm gonna try it. He is. I miss playing Angry Birds. And the Cut the Rope game. I miss playing that. I know it's around, it's just like, I just haven't looked at it, gotten into it again. The Angry Birds movies? I did. Oh my gosh, the Fruit Ninja was so fun. You don't know Fruit Ninja? Where, you know, the fruit floats up in the air and you slice it and cut it and all that? Yes, it's a game. Do you remember, is it called My Ninja? What's it called? It was like My Ninja, and it was that little ninja that you could have that was super cute. Oh my gosh, what was it called? I'll have to remember it, but I wonder if it's still around, honestly. Probably. Maybe. Okay. Hold on. You can send it right now. Because all I have to do is color him, so. Are you just irritating me? And thank you. My god. The complete knowledge on this oh so special assignment. Let me get a black marker real quick. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kaka. Oh, that's not black. That's black. Thank you. How are you doing today, Kaka? Okay. Oh, that actually shows a little better. Everything. Color-wise. Thank you. You happy with him? Being a cutie patootie, okay? Interesting, interesting. Okay. Any other ideas? I think I saw Nico say something. I think I have an idea of that. Let me see. Let me see. I'm afraid I'll have to do it on here though. I'll have to turn over. "1922, why don't you do right by me? Give me some money, money. Money." Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm. That's not gonna work. This is coming out funny. Okay, I'm gonna try and get through it. I'm gonna try. Mm-hmm. Do you mean from SpongeBob? I could do them. Hello. How are you doing? Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Hold on, hold on. Can you resend that link, please? My thing had lagged, I guess, on the... Thank you. Oh my gosh. Uh-huh. It did, it did. So is that what you're asking for? Don't wanna let you go. Everybody wants to have a girl like you, but I'm the one that is right. Oh my gosh. Caca, seriously? I haven't drawn that in years. He'll try to take you from me. Don't wanna let you go. The S sign. How do you do it? How do you do it? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. S. Oh my gosh. The cool S. You know? I think I can do that. I haven't done it though in a long time. So I think it was... He'll try to take you from me. Don't wanna let you go. No, 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 no. He'll try to take you from me. Don't wanna let you go. What does that mean? Zippers are bad to buy on boots. I've never heard of that. Somebody comes along. He'll try to take you from me. Don't wanna let you go. Like I said, it's been a long time since I drew this, so it's a little rough. Oh. I see. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Do you remember when you loved me before the world took me astray? If you do, then forgive me and make the world go away. Like you used to, and make the world go away. Gotcha though. Oh, there you go. Okay? There's y'all's S. Yo, cool S. I see. Now I have an idea for this. Not gonna get far from me. No, 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 no. And I'm the one and it's right. Somebody comes along and says they played your song. I wish becomes as you like. Which one? I was singing two different ones. The first one was by Quiet Riot. It's Don't Wanna Let You Go. Don't wanna let you go. Everybody wants to have a girl like you, but I'm the one and it's right. Somebody comes along and says he plays your song. My wish becomes his delight. He'll try to take you from me. Don't wanna let you go. You're not gonna get far from me. Don't wanna let you go. Not gonna get far from me. No, 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 no. What the heck? What were you on? There you go, though. I like how you're all shocked by it, but you're still, like, there for it. And telling us. Not gonna get far from me. Don't wanna let you go. Not gonna me. No, 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 no. There we go. Now she's got highlights. Any other ideas? Okay. Interesting. Uh-huh. Susan. The most random wife name. Susan. Don't wanna let you go. Are you being serious? Cole? Okay. Any other ideas? Walmart link. Uh-huh. Before the world took me astray. If you do, then forgive me and make the world go away. Any real ideas? If not, we can just hang out for a bit. No, they're not. No, they're not. A pink turtle? That sounds cute! I could do a pink turtle. Hold on, I'm doing the turtle first. Uh-huh. Keep your nonsense to yourself, Cole. Oh, that's a cute one. What kind of hat? Grilled cheese. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's cute. Okay, okay. Or sandwich hat? What's a sandwich hat? Bo's growling at the door. So which one? You have to make a decision here. Aha! Well, that'll go along with what Kaka suggested. Come on. Come on. Don't hesitate now. You wanna come up? Whee! Whee! Because Kaka just asked for a grilled cheese though. So we'll do a grilled cheese hat on a pink turtle. He'll try to take you from me. Don't wanna let you go. You're not gonna get far from me. No, 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 no. When a woman loves. Dun, 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 dun. She. No, I do not. Ooh, that sounds good. That does sound yummy. Yes, I'm sorry. The only notifications I have are the ones that are already on the Twitch app. That's what I would have. You're special, one of a kind. So it emails you, it doesn't just notify you in like a banner? Oh wait, no, you were saying you do it on your computer, don't you? That's probably different. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Man, that pink is not visible. Not gonna get far from me. Don't wanna let you go. There's kind of a pinky purple. You're one of a kind. Oh, no, 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 no. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, yeah. Poor you, Bo. Not gonna give up on me. Sing a different song. I love her till my last breath. Like a river made of silver. Everyone came running to the sea. I was shot down in cold blood by an angel in blue jeans. Oh. Oh, I see. There you go. Cacao, you got your grilled cheese, and they got their pink turtle. You're special. You're one of a kind. Any other ideas? Oh, yeah, yeah. Interesting, Classy. Interesting. Makes no sense. Bah. Bo likes to talk. But yeah, there you go. Oh, I loved him. That one looks a little odd from the angle, so let me just try and turn it. Yes, she does. She likes to talk a lot. And then you have Coco sleeping in the bed. Coco Bongo. Yeah. Yes, my dear. Yes. You're special. You're one of a kind. Oh, no. She probably would do really great with cats. I'm surprised she hasn't been around any, but I'm sure she would. I think she likes anything and everything. That wasn't my... That? I didn't snap my fingers. That was... Oh, I did snap, didn't I? I didn't even think about that. I must... I guess I snapped and I didn't realize it. I don't know how I didn't think of that before, though. I like Lemonade, though, for some reason. Like, I don't know. I really like how it came out. And the S, honestly. I like the S for some reason. The turtle unexpectedly came out clean. Do you want to come say hi? No, don't run away now. Don't run away now. Come here. Come here, Bo. Oh, come here. You want a hat? You want a hat? You want a hat? She's like crazy, bro. She's like, stop that. So condescending. Get over here. What is this? Were you chewing on my hat? Were you chewing on my hat? Get over here. Bo. Get over here. Don't lay down. Don't lay down. Come on. Come on. Don't plant your legs. You little sneak.
Hello. Say hello, boo. Bonita. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Look at them. Look at them right into camera, boo. Look at them right into. Say hello. I think I'm gonna get off at 2:30. I'm tired. It's been a long day. So, we can just hang out.
Chillax. Enjoy the show. Can you run for mayor, boo? Did I do that?
You'd be a great president, Bo. Making all them executive decisions.
Look at that. That's the face of a respectable person.
Oh. She just laid on my shoulder. I love you too. She likes hugs. Like, she'll put out her arms and lay on you with both of her arms. Not gonna get far from me. Don't wanna let you go. She does need a sombrero. She has a green hoodie, frog hoodie, but it's somewhere. It's somewhere in the house. Not being worn.
I love you. I love you.
I love you, you silly girl. Now go on. Be free.
Wait.
No. Sorry, Coco. Didn't mean to scare you. Excuse me. I get that. I get that actually, Kaka, a lot. That would be awesome. You wanna keep talking? You want to get sent out of the room? Come on. Come on. You want to go bye-bye? Come on. Mm-hmm. Come here. Come here. Come here. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Come here. Come here. Give me a hug. Come on. Whee. Oh. There you go. Go on. Be free. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oof. Welcome back. Did you see the turtle? The pink turtle with the grilled cheese hat? Bo left. Bo left. This was Kaka's and Pongy's idea. I think I have Bo's hair on me. Yes. But I'm probably gonna get off at 2:30. I'm tired. Mm-hmm. I need to get a face painting kit. That's what I really want to buy, is a face painting kit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was doing at the beginning of the stream, was a big bunch of laundry. Because we just got given all of these towels and stuff. And then there was just a bunch of laundry. There was just a bunch of laundry that piled up from going on a trip and all that. And all that. So confused. What?
Na, na.
That sounds horrible. Yes, but just life. You can talk if you want to, Kaka. It's not like, y'all are all dependent on me. Y'all can just say stuff and I will respond. It's just like, sometimes I can't think for conversation. Oh, yeah. I say caw, like caw, caw, like a bird signal. It's how we signal that they're here. Oh crap! I promised y'all I would read the last chapter of White Fang, didn't I? For the part 1 of it. What'd you think of it? I like Quiet Riot a lot. I have a good chunk of their songs. You don't want it tonight, Classy? Let me go get it real quick. Are you saying no? You're special, you're one of a kind. I mean, if you go to sleep, you go to sleep, right? It's just natural. Okay. Kaka, are you feeling up to it today? Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. What do you mean, what was the other one? The other song? From earlier? Or what? Mm-hmm. Nico says he's gonna grab cookies and coffee. If you want to grab any snacks, I suppose now is the time. That one is Make the World Go Away by... Let me pull it up. It's by two specific people. Bo, you better not be back at my door. Jamie Johnson and... No. Jamie Johnson and Alison Krauss. Okay, let me get this all refreshed. Okay. Alright, Chapter 3, The Hunger Cry. The day began auspiciously. They had lost no dogs during the night, and they swung out upon the trail and into the silence, the darkness, and the cold with spirits that were fairly light. Bill seemed to have forgotten his forebodings of the previous night, and even waxed facetious with the dogs when, at midday, they overturned the sled on a bad piece of trail. It was an awkward mix-up. The sled was upside down and jammed between a tree trunk and a huge rock, and they were forced to unharness the dogs in order to straighten out the tangle. The two men were bent over the sled and trying to ride it when Henry observed One Ear sidling away. Sidling or sidling? Yes. "Here, you One Ear," he cried, straightening up and turning around on the dog. But One Ear broke into a run across the snow, his traces trailing behind him. And there, out in the snow of their back track, was the she-wolf waiting for him. As he neared her, he became suddenly cautious. He slowed down to an alert and mincing walk, and then stopped. He regarded her carefully and dubiously, yet desirably. She seemed to smile at him, showing her teeth in an ingratiating rather than in a menacing way. She moved toward him a few steps, playfully, and then halted. One Ear drew near to her, still alert and cautious, his tail and ears in the air, his head held high. He tried to sniff noses with her, but she retreated playfully and coyly. Every advance on his part was accompanied by a corresponding retreat on her part. Step by step, she was luring him away from the security of his human companionship. Once, as though a warning had in vague ways flitted through his intelligence, he turned his head and looked back at the overturned sled, at his teammates, and at the two men who were calling to him. But whatever idea was forming in his mind was dissipated by the she-wolf, who advanced upon him, sniffed noses with him for a fleeting instant, and then resumed her coy retreat before his renewed advances. In the meantime, Bill had bethought himself of the rifle, but it was jammed beneath the overturned sled, and by the time Henry had helped him to right the load, One Ear and the she-wolf were too close together, and the distance too great to risk a shot. Too late, One Ear learned his mistake. Before they saw the cause, the two men saw him turn and start to run back toward them. Then, approaching at right angles to the trail and cutting off his retreat, they saw a dozen wolves, lean and gray, bounding across the snow. On the instant, the she-wolf's coyness and playfulness disappeared. With a snarl, she sprang upon One Ear. He thrust her off with his shoulder, and his retreat cut off, and still intent on regaining the sled, he altered his course in an attempt to circle around to it. More wolves were appearing every moment and joining in the chase. The she-wolf was one leap behind One Ear and holding her own. "Where are you going?" Henry suddenly demanded, laying his hand on his partner's arm. Bill shook it off. "I won't stand it," he said. "They ain't a-going to get any more of our dogs if I can help it." Gun in hand, he plunged into the underbrush that lined the side of the trail. His intention was apparent enough. Taking the sled as the center of the circle that One Ear was making, Bill planned to tap that circle at a point in advance of the pursuit. With his rifle, in the broad daylight, it might be possible for him to awe the wolves and save the dog. "Say, Bill," Henry called after him, "be careful, don't take no chances." Henry sat down on the sled and watched. There was nothing else for him to do. Bill had already gone from sight, but now and again appearing and disappearing amongst the underbrush and the scattered clumps of spruce could be seen One Ear. Henry judged his case to be hopeless. The dog was thoroughly alive to its danger, but it was running on the outer circle while the wolf pack was running on the inner and shorter circle. It was vain to think of One Ear so out-distancing his pursuers as to be able to cut across their circle in advance of them and to regain the sled. The different lines were rapidly approaching a point. Somewhere out there in the snow, screened from his sight by trees and thickets, Henry knew that the wolf pack, One Ear, and Bill were coming together. All too quickly, far more quickly than he expected, it happened. He heard a shot, then two shots in rapid succession, and he knew that Bill's ammunition was gone. Then he heard a great outcry of snarls and yelps. He recognized One Ear's yell of pain and terror, and he heard a wolf cry that bespoke a stricken animal, and that was all. The snarls ceased. The yelping died away. Silence settled down again over the lonely land. He sat for a long while upon the sled. There was no need for him to go and see what had happened. He knew it as though it had taken place before his eyes. Once, he roused with a start and hastily got the axe out from underneath the lashings, but for some time longer he sat and brooded, the two remaining dogs crouching and trembling at his feet. At last, he arose in a weary manner, as though all the resilience had gone out of his body, and proceeded to fasten the dogs to the sled. He fastened a rope over his shoulder, a man-trace, and pulled with the dogs. He did not go far. At the first hint of darkness, he hastened to make a camp, and he saw to it that he had a generous supply of firewood. He fed the dogs, cooked, and ate his supper, and made his bed close to the fire. But he was not destined to enjoy that bed. Before his eyes closed, the wolves had drawn too near for safety. It no longer required an effort of the vision to see them. They were all about him and the fire, in a narrow circle, and he could see them plainly in the firelight, lying down, sitting up, crawling forward on their bellies, or slinking back and forth. They even slept. Here and there he could see one curled up in the snow like a dog, taking the sleep that was now denied himself. He kept the fire brightly blazing, for he knew that it alone intervened between the flesh of his body and their hungry fangs. His two dogs stayed close by him, one on either side, leaning against him for protection, crying and whimpering, and at times snarling desperately when a wolf approached a little closer than usual. At such moments, when his dogs snarled, the whole circle would be agitated, the wolves coming to their feet and pressing tentatively forward, a chorus of snarls and eager yelps rising about him. Then the circle would lie down again, and here and there a wolf would resume its broken nap. But this circle had a continuous tendency to draw in upon him, bit by bit, an inch at a time, with here a wolf bellying forward and there a wolf bellying forward. The circle would narrow until the brutes were almost within springing distance. Then he would seize brands from the fire and hurl them into the pack. A hasty drawing back always resulted, accompanied by angry yelps and frightened snarls, when a well-aimed brand struck and scorched a too daring animal. Morning found the man haggard and worn, wide-eyed from want of sleep. He cooked breakfast in the darkness, and at 9 o'clock, when with the coming of daylight the wolf pack drew back, he set about the task he had planned through the long hours of the night. Chopping down young saplings, he made them crossbars of a scaffold by lashing them high up to the trunks of standing trees. Using the sled lashing for a heaving rope, and with the aid of the dogs, he hoisted the coffin to the top of the scaffold. "They got Bill, and they may get me, but they'll sure never get you, young man," he said, addressing the dead body in its tree sepulchre. Then he took the trail, the lightened sled bounding along behind the willing dogs, for they too knew that safety lay only in the gaining of Fort McGurry. The wolves were now more open in their pursuit, trotting sedately behind and ranging along on either side, their red tongues lolling out, their lean sides showing the undulating ribs with every movement. They were very lean, mere skin bags stretched over bony frames, with strings for muscles. So lean that Henry found it in his mind to marvel that they still kept their feet and did not collapse forthright in the snow. Hello. Sorry, I was doing laundry earlier. I do this before stream. We read before I get off. So, we're reading White Fang. I'm going to continue, but you can talk, but I am going to continue. He did not dare travel until dark. At midday, not only did the sun warm the southern horizon, but it even thrust its upper rim, pale and golden above the skyline. He received it as a sign. The days were growing longer. The sun was returning, but scarcely had the cheer of his light departed than he went into camp. There were still several hours of gray daylight and somber twilight, and he utilized them in chopping an enormous supply of firewood. With night came horror. Not only were the starving wolves growing bolder, but lack of sleep was telling upon Henry. He dozed despite himself, crouching by the fire, the blankets about his shoulders, the axe between his knees, and on either side a dog pressing close against him. He awoke once, and saw in front of him, not even a dozen feet away, a big gray wolf, one of the largest of the pack. And even as he looked, the brute deliberately stretched himself after the manner of a lazy dog, yawning full in his face and looking upon him with a possessive eye, as if, in truth, he were merely a delayed meal that was soon to be eaten. This certitude was shown by the whole pack. Fully a score he could count, staring hungrily at him, or calmly sleeping in the snow. They reminded him of children gathered about a spread table and waiting permission to begin to eat. And he was the food they were to eat. He wondered how and when the meal would begin. As he piled wood on the fire, he discovered an appreciation of his own body which he had never felt before. He watched his moving muscles and was interested in the cunning mechanism of his fingers. By the light of the fire, he crooked his fingers slowly and repeatedly, now one at a time, now all together, spreading them wide or making quick gripping movements. He studied the nail formation and prodded the fingertips, now sharply and again softly, gauging the while the nerve sensations produced. It fascinated him, and he suddenly grew fond of this subtle flesh of his that worked so beautifully and smoothly and delicately. Then he would cast a glance of fear at the wolf circle drawn expectantly about him, and like a blow the realization would strike him that this wonderful body of his, this living flesh, was no more than so much meat, a quest of ravenous animals, to be torn and slashed by their hungry fangs, to be sustenance to them as the moose and the rabbit had often been sustenance to him. He came out of a daze that was half nightmare to see the red-hued she-wolf before him. She was not more than 6 feet away, sitting in the snow and wistfully regarding him. The 2 dogs were whimpering and snarling at his feet, but she took no notice of them. She was looking at the man, and for some time he returned her look. There was nothing threatening about her. She looked at him merely with a great wistfulness, but he knew it to be the wistfulness of an equally great hunger. He was the food, and the sight of him excited in her the gustatory sensations. Her mouth opened, the saliva drooled forth, and she licked her chops with a pleasure of anticipation. A spasm of fear went through him. He reached hastily for a brand to throw at her, but even as he reached, and before his fingers had closed on the missile, she sprang back into safety, and he knew that she was used to having things thrown at her. She had snarled as she sprang away, baring her white fangs to their roots, all her wistfulness vanishing. Being replaced by a carnivorous malignity that made him shudder. He glanced at the hand that held the brand, noticing the cunning delicacy of the fingers that gripped it, how they adjusted themselves to all the inequalities of the surface, curling over and under and about the rough wood, and one little finger too close to the burning portion of the brand, sensitively and automatically writhing back from the hurtful heat to a cooler gripping place. And in the same instant he seemed to see a vision of those same sensitive and delicate fingers being crushed and torn by the white teeth of the she-wolf. Never had he been so fond of his body as now, when his tenure of it was so precarious. All night, with burning brands, he fought off the hungry pack. When he dozed despite himself, the whimpering and snarling of the dogs aroused him. Morning came, but for the first time the light of day failed to scatter the wolves. The man waited in vain for them to go. They remained in a circle about him and his fire, displaying an arrogance of possession that shook his courage born of the morning light. He made one desperate attempt to pull out on the trail, but the moment he left the protection of the fire, the boldest wolf leaped for him, but leaped short. He saved himself by springing back, the jaws snapping together a scant 6 inches from his thigh. The rest of the pack was now up and surging upon him, and a throwing of firebrands right and left was necessary to drive them back to a respectful distance. Even in the daylight, he did not dare leave the fire to chop fresh wood. 20 feet away towered a huge dead spruce. He spent half the day extending his campfire to the tree, at any moment a 6 burning faggots ready at hand to fling at his enemies. Once at the tree, he studied the surrounding forest in order to fell the tree in the direction of the most firewood. The night was a repetition of the night before, save that the need for sleep was becoming overpowering. The snarling of his dogs was losing its efficacy. Besides, they were snarling all the time, and his benumbed and drowsy senses no longer took note of changing pitch and intensity. He awoke with a start. The she-wolf was less than a yard from him. Mechanically, at short range, without letting go of it, he thrust a brand full into her open and snarling mouth. She sprang away, yelling with pain, and while he took delight in the smell of burning flesh and hair, he watched her shaking her head and growling wrathfully, a score of feet away. But this time, before he dozed again, he tied a burning pine knot to his right hand. His eyes were closed but a few minutes when the burn of the flame on his flesh awakened him. For several hours he adhered to this program. Every time he was thus awakened, he drove back the wolves with flying brands, replenished the fire, and rearranged the pine knot on his hand. All worked well, but there came a time when he fastened the pine knot insecurely. As his eyes closed, it fell away from his hand. He dreamed. It seemed to him that he was in Fort McGurry. It was warm and comfortable, and he was playing cribbage with the factor. Also, it seemed to him that the fort was besieged by wolves. They were howling at the very gates, and sometimes he and the factor paused from the game to listen and laugh at the futile efforts of the wolves to get in. And then, so strange was the dream, there was a crash. The door was burst open. He could see the wolves flooding into the big living room of the fort. They were leaping straight for him and the factor. With the bursting open of the door, the noise of their howling had increased tremendously. This howling now bothered him. His dream was merging into something else. He knew not what, but through it all, following him, persisted the howling. And then he awoke to find the howling real. There was a great snarling and yelping. The wolves were rushing him. They were all about him and upon him. The teeth of one had closed upon his arm. Instinctively he leaped into the fire, and as he leaped he felt the sharp slash of teeth that tore through the flesh of his leg. Then began a firefight. His stout mittens temporarily protected his hands, and he scooped live coals into the air in all directions, until the campfire took on the semblance of a volcano. But it could not last long. His face was blistering in the heat. His eyebrows and lashes were singed off, and the heat was becoming unbearable to his feet. With a flaming brand in each hand, he sprang to the edge of the fire. The wolves had driven back. On every side, wherever the live coals had fallen, the snow was sizzling. And every little while a retiring wolf, with wild leap and snort and snarl, announced that one such live coal had been stepped upon. Flinging his brands at the nearest of his enemies, the man thrust his smoldering mittens into the snow and stomped about to cool his feet. His 2 dogs were missing, and he well knew that they had served as a course in the protracted meal which had begun days before with Fatty, the last course of which would likely be himself in the days to follow. "You ain't got me yet," he cried, savagely shaking his fist at the hungry beasts, and at the sound of his voice the whole circle was agitated. There was a general snarl, and the she-wolf slid up close to him across the snow, and watched him with hungry wistfulness. He set to work to carry out a new idea that had come to him. He extended the fire into a large circle. Inside this circle he crouched, his sleeping outfit under him as a protection against the melting snow. When he had thus disappeared within the shelter of flame, the whole pack came curiously to the rim of the fire to see what had become of him. Hitherto they had been denied access to the fire, and they now settled down in a close-drawn circle, like so many dogs, blinking and yawning and stretching their lean bodies in the unaccustomed warmth. Then the she-wolf sat down, pointed her nose at a star, and began to howl. One by one the wolves joined her, till the whole pack, on haunches, with noses pointed skyward, was howling its hunger cry. Dawn came, and daylight. The fire was burning low. The fuel had run out, and there was need to get more. The man attempted to step out of his circle of flame, but the wolves surged to meet him. Burning brands made them spring aside, but they no longer sprang back. In vain he strove to drive them back. As he gave up and stumbled inside his circle, a wolf leaped for him, missed, and landed with all 4 feet in the coals. It cried out with terror and at the same time snarling, and scrambled back to cool its paws in the snow. The man sat down on his blankets in a crouching position. His body leaned forward from the hips. His shoulders relaxed and drooping, and his head on his knees advertised that he had given up the struggle. Now and again he raised his head to note the dying down of the fire. The circle of flame and coals was breaking into segments with openings in between. These openings grew in size. The segments diminished. "I guess you can come and get me any time," he mumbled. "Anyway, I'm going to sleep." Once he wakened, and in an opening in the circle, directly in front of him, he saw the she-wolf gazing at him. Again he awakened, a little later though, it seemed hours to him. A mysterious change had taken place. So mysterious a change that he was shocked wider awake. Something had happened. He could not understand at first. Then he discovered it. The wolves were gone. Remained only the trampled snow to show how closely they had pressed him. Sleep was welling up and gripping him again. His head was sinking down upon his knees, when he roused with a sudden start. There were cries of men, the churn of sleds, the creaking of harnesses, and the eager whimpering of straining dogs. 4 sleds pulled in from the riverbed to the camp around among the trees. 6 men were about the man who crouched in the center of the dying fire. They were shaking and prodding him into consciousness. He looked at them like a drunken man, and maundered in strange, sleepy speech. Red she-wolf. Come in with the dogs at feeding time. First she ate the dog food, then she ate the dogs, and after that she ate Bill. Where's Lord Alfred? One of the men bellowed in his ear, shaking him roughly. He shook his head slowly. No, she didn't eat him. He's roosting in a tree at the last camp. Dead? The man shouted. And in a box, Henry answered. He jerked his shoulder petulantly away from the grip of his questioner. Say, you let me alone. I'm just plumb tuckered out. Good night, everybody. His eyes fluttered and went shut. His chin fell forward on his chest, and even as they eased him down upon the blankets, his snores were rising on the frosty air. But there was another sound. Far and faint it was. In the remote distance, the cry of the hungry wolf pack as it took the trail of other meat than the man it had just missed. That's part 1. So we can do part 2 next time. Did you fall asleep this time, Classy? I know. Alright, I doggy-eared it, so we have that for next time. But I'm gonna get off. Yes, a bow-eared page, exactly. Should I start putting, like, I don't know. Should I put something about the reading? I don't know what exactly to put. I could do that, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get off for tonight. So have a good night, everyone. And I will be on tomorrow. For sure. Good night.